What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else is cool.
Chunky! Got anything to say?
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. All right, this is the video from my live last night that I had technical difficulties in halfway through the video. So I told you guys I would put this video out this morning instead of trying to replay it last night. Giant shout out to Heather for holding down the fort for 20 minutes. I don't know how long it was, 20, 30 minutes. Well, none of my audio was working. So Heather, thank you so much. And here is the video. Yeah, before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Let me get Alton Crane Jr. on this side and a mic on this side. All right. So before we get started, did we get the discovery situated?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're good on that. All right. So counsel, are you ready for trial? We ready for trial?
Your Honor, on behalf of the defendant, we are ready to proceed.
Plaintiff, you ready to proceed?
Trial right now too. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I'm like, are you sure? Because you don't sound like it.
Well, we were having some issues over discovery last time I did. He wanted me to answer some questions. I got the questions. He wanted me to submit some. I submitted them. Today, I thought we were just arguing over what we were going to allow for discovery.
Well,
and not trial.
we've already approved of what was allowed for discovery. That's why all the questions were answered. So we're ready for trial unless for whatever reason we're granting a reset for any particular reason. If you're wanting a reset, you need to ask me now and we'll address that issue. I'm not saying I'm going to grant it, but I will address it because once we start trial, there is no stopping it. So are you ready for trial or are you asking for a reset?
If my documents are on file, I'm ready to go.
Well, I have a full,
Thank you. Well, I'm ready.
I don't know whose documents these are, but I got a book in front of me.
But
So
I'm ready.
you're ready then.
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Alton. Tell me why you're here and what you're asking for.
Okay, so I'm asking for repair to my car and of course the damages that were due to the defendant in the accident. So I was initially this accident happened on Broadway, and I was in the outside lane, basically
I'm listening, even though I'm not looking at you. I'm listening to
So
you.
the defendant, young gentleman, had some young ladies in the back of his vehicle. He was distracted and he ran into me, basically caused damage to my
Did he
finger.
run a red light or he just
He
keep on?
merged into traffic from a restaurant, crossed a couple lanes of traffic and hit my car traveling in the driver's side fender. The car was not totaled.
Mhm.
The car was drivable.
Okay.
Well, not drivable, actually caused me to hit a curb. The car was flattened. I couldn't drive it at that point. So I called the police, got a police report. The police basically said that in the report that the accident was caused by the defendant. And there were some damages. I took it to their shop, had their shop review it. Their shop estimated about
10,000.
well, it was about 6,000 in damages. In their estimate, this is their shop, by the way.
Okay.
I thought that they would repair the car. They basically then said that they were going to total out the car. So the car, they sent me a receipt saying that the car was going to be totaled and they were going to give me $3,200 for the car. Well, I sent comps and receipts that my motor for the car cost $5,200. I'm not going to accept $3,200 for the car. The receipt is basically I'm not sure where in the documents in there, but the repair was $5,200 just for the motor. So I submitted that to the defendant and the insurance company, showing them that, hey, I can't accept $3,200 for this entire car, but just my motor costs $5,200. I also sent comps, 3 comps. The comps were $10,000 for the car. At that point, the value was 10,500 estimate. So I sent 3 comps, Same car, same everything, same miles, 10.5.
Kelly Blue Book,
Basically the internet also.
okay? Okay,
So those 3 copies are actually in there.
All right, so we kind of know what's going on here. The plaintiff is the car owner. He got into a car accident. It was not his fault. He is saying that his car is worth more than the insurance company. The insurance company's giving him or was offering him 3,200. I think they said, was it 32 or 30? I think it was 3,200. And he said, no, I just put a brand new motor in the car and it was worth $5,000. So he's saying because I have this brand new motor in the car, the value of the car was a lot more than what they're offering. So that's where we're at right now.
okay.
With the time and date stamp is around October the 3rd, which show the date for that value at that particular time, because values change over time. So the 3 comps were around $10,000. Again, I sent that to the insurance company. I said, I can't accept $3,200. Y'all are lowballing me. This is crazy. Here are the receipts. They still said, we're totaling out the car. So now I'm without a car. I have a loss of use of my vehicle.
Mhm.
So I'm saying I need a rental. So initially they give me a rental. It's not the rental for the vehicle that I have. It's just a base rental. Well, I drive a luxury car. It's a Lexus, more or less. So I wanted luxury fee. They didn't give that to me. They take the rental back and now I'm without a car, and they wanted to give me $3,200, and that's just it for an accident I didn't cause. So here it is a year later, almost, in about a month or two. It'll be a year that I've been without the only vehicle I have, and the insurance company has had all the receipts since day one of the accident, that the car was valued at $10,500. The receipts for the motor, just the motor, were $5,200, and then they sent me this lost the value, whatever printout they give you saying we're totaling the car out.
Mhm.
It's something anyway. So that's also in the packet for $3,200, saying that we're totaling it out, and this is why. Again, the car was repairable. The insurance company that they sent, the dealer that they sent me to, could fix the car. I just decided not to do it. Told me I was on my own. They were making a fair offer, and that was it. Even after I submitted to them receipts that this is not fair. It's not fair for me to have a car paid off. I don't want a car note. I'm not buying a car. The receipt for this car that I drive is $5,200. So I'm filing for a loss of use. Now my damages, I didn't realize that I could take the car to where I wanted to take it to, not where they submitted. So I went back to Lexus and got a printout. Basically, all the damages.
Is that the $10,000 one?
I think it's, yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to itemize exactly because theirs was a little different and it took them a minute to get it through. But I could basically show you receipt, everything that was damaged, as far as my wheels, everything that was damaged during the accident, I got receipts for, including batteries and everything, because the car's been sitting in my garage since they.
So you have the vehicle,
Yes,
the Lexus, you have it.
Yes, I had. I've been storing the vehicles as the accident, as it was since the accident. And that's it. So.
Okay, counsel?
Your Honor, we have a different view. We believe that the car was totaled. And we informed Mr. Crane of that multiple times. And for some reason, he just refused to accept the fact that his car was totaled. USA is the insurance company in this case. They did a thorough investigation, thorough evaluation of this vehicle, took multiple photographs of the vehicle, and actually sent it out for a comp of its own. Interestingly enough, one of the comps indicated that this great motor that Mr. Crane talked about was smoking when they inspected it. So after USA spent 2 to 3 weeks investigating and evaluating it, they sent Mr. Crane a letter in writing telling him that the car was totaled and offered him actually $3,216.63 as the value. As he indicated, they'd already provided a rent car for him. He didn't want that, but he didn't want the total. But here's the estimate in the letter that was sent to Mr. Crane by USA, indicating that the vehicle was a total he didn't want to do that, so, what they did was they turned around and figured, okay, well, we're gonna try to figure out a way to get you some more money, so what they said was, we'll give you, instead of 3216, we'll give you like 3,900, almost $4,000 if you want to keep the vehicle. I mean, if you want to salvage the vehicle, in other words, we're gonna get the salvage. I told him again, the day after the next day,
All right. He actually successfully got more money from the insurance company. Well, he got them to offer more money, offering 3,900. I mean, yeah, he fought an insurance company on the amount, and they got him more money. Good for him. But yeah, your engine was smoking. 2007 Lexus. I mean, yeah, Lexus is a luxury brand. I don't know what condition his Lexus was, but I think they said already that there was almost 300,000 miles on the car. Yeah, that's kind of not necessarily a luxury Lexus anymore. I'm just saying. Who knows? Maybe it was in immaculate condition. He did just put a new engine in it, but yeah, I don't think his car was worth 10 grand. Don't think it was.
September 28th is the day of that first letter where they informed him. September 29th, sent another letter to him telling him, we will not be repairing the vehicle. The vehicle is already determined to be a total loss. And that was sent to him too. If you'll see on the, probably toward the end of the other exhibit, the September 28th estimate from Gun Collision, it indicates that this is not an authorization for repair. So at no time was USA or on behalf of Mr. Murock indicating that they would repair this vehicle. Finally, again, Mr. Crane didn't want to take it for some reason. Here's the money. We totaled it out. We gave him a rent car for the entire time. And finally, they said, well, he didn't want it. My mileage on the new motor was less than $100,000. Well, he had offered this court any evidence of depreciation. I mean, the tires, all that stuff. So they sent him another letter saying, on October 3rd, 2023, we were able to update the total loss amounts a little more. So if you wanted to keep the vehicle, the amount you would get is $3,669.69. So they're consistently working with Mr. Crane on trying to get this thing resolved. Told him less than 3 weeks after this accident that the car was totaled. He didn't want to accept that. And finally, they continue to work with him, say, okay, well, we'll work the figures a little bit. We want to keep it and take the salvage, it's this amount. If you want to keep it, it's that amount. And so, but he still refused that, even though the car's totaled. We told him early on, the vehicle was not operable at the scene. Mr. Crane told the police officer that Mr. Murock was traveling at a high rate of speed, and that's in the accident report. So clearly, this hit. This is a 2007 Lexus, Your Honor. At the time of the accident, it had almost 250,000 miles on it. You can see that in the September 28th collision report. And finally, on October 3rd, they sent Mr. Crane another letter saying, thank you for trusting us with your insurance needs. This letter confirms we sent you information about the total loss of your vehicle. I've attached the following. So once again, they have confirmed 4 times now that this vehicle is totaled. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything else, and they're not obligated to do anything else. The value of the vehicle, Mr. Crane has not offered to support any evidence on what the value of the vehicle was at the time of this accident. USA does this every day, thousands of times a day. Simplistic Gun Collision, that's a reputable garage, body shop. They determined that the repair bills were just shy of $7,000. They determined that the vehicle was worth less than that. 250,000 miles with a smoking engine, 2007 Lexus. And so that's what you do when the value of the repair is more than the value of the vehicle, then you total the vehicle out.
Okay.
And we're
So-
trying to give him this money all this time.
Counsel, you said if he kept the vehicle, how much were they gonna give him?
He keeps the vehicle, Your Honor, he's gonna get $3,200.16. If he doesn't want it and he wants the USA to keep it and therefore salvage it, $3,600, basically $3,700. We have paid for the rental up to September 28th, actually October 2nd. And so there's basically another week from the time they informed him of the total to the time they said, okay, your rental bill is done, because here's the money. And so for that extra week, we're willing to pay for another week of rental, which is about $1,000.
I see your hand. Give me a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to let him finish. He did not be like this when you
Yes-
were talking.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on.
So with about $1,000 for a week of rental. So if Mr. Crane wants to keep the vehicle and do the salvage on his own, which he's done already, $3,200, 16 cents plus 1,000, $4,200
What is the plus 1,000 for?
for the rental vehicle for the extra week after we notified him of the total.
Okay, so you're offering 4,216 cents and he gets to keep the vehicle.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Or if he wants to salvage it, we'll pay him $4,600 and we'll keep the vehicle and salvage it ourselves. So and this has been an offer on the table since last September.
Is it just me or the numbers keep changing? Now he's saying 42 and 46. 2 minutes ago he was saying 32 and 36, right? Right? Is this just me? Yeah, anyways. I don't think this guy's gonna win. I've already said that. I would cut your losses, man. Sorry. Yeah, it sucks. One of the reasons why Heather was on stream with me last night was because she just went through this. So I thought this was a perfect case for her to put her input on. Which, yeah, unfortunately, technical difficulties ruined my stream last night, and I had to take it down because it was just a mess. But yeah, promised I'd play this video, so here it is.
Okay,
And he's refused to take it.
okay. Hold on, sir. I know you've got 1,000 things to tell me, but I need you to answer something very specific.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You said you looked up the vehicle and you appraised it like at 10,000, 9,000, give or take, right? I have your papers. Okay. But what you're not understanding is, and I'm looking at this right now because I just looked it up right now under the Kelly Blue Book with the exact miles with your zip code, your exact VIN number that I have. So this is particularly straight to your vehicle with your personal VIN number on this Lexus. I got a trade-in value of, and I'm going at the top of the line, of $2,149, $2,149. The estimates that you have put in your folder, if you look down, the mileage is 114,000. Your car is not 114,000 miles.
Yeah.
You're at 233,000 miles.
Ma'am, I have a motor receipt.
Okay,
for the
I
motor.
understand, but that's like me going to buy brand new rims and wrecking that car and expecting somebody to give me the $3,000 I just paid for the rims. Your car loses value the minute it touches the street. The car is the worst thing to put money into. I'm sorry, sir, but you're not going to get the value of that motor back. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. That welcome to having a vehicle. That's like me putting brand new rims and tires and expecting the insurance to give me full price on those rims and tires. That's not going to happen. And even if you go to trade it in, nobody is going to give you $10,000 because you decided to put a new motor in. It doesn't work like that. Okay. I will take it into consideration. Yes. But as far as you expecting $10,000 for a 2006 Lexus with over 233 miles, that's not going to happen.
Ma'am, I
Go ahead.
respect what you're saying.
Go ahead.
However, when I submitted this, the motor that I have has 90. The owner, I mean, the person that I purchased the motor from,
Mhm.
it was 97,000 miles. So the reason that I put that in there is because the 97,000 miles at that value for that car, it's 10.7. It's 10.5. So what he's saying is 200, and I get it, for 250,000 miles, that car is $2,000. But for 97,000 miles, it's 10.5 all day. And that's what I submitted to him. I'm like, hey, this,
And where does it show that it's 9,000? This is just your handwriting.
no. The receipt, look at the receipt. It says that the vehicle, that's not the owner, the person.
Tell me on this receipt, show me this on this receipt where it shows that you have 95,000 miles.
It says pool, 97,000 miles at the top right there, in the middle. The owner of the repair shop replaced that motor, put that in there, and he wrote his name is Greg Muth, and it says 97,000 miles on there. And I get it. 250, you're right, but for 97,000 miles, that car is, for a 97,000 mile motor, the car is 10.5. The receipt basically confirms that. So I gave that to the insurance company and saying, hey, guys, I get it. You're thinking that this car has 250. It doesn't. This car has a brand new motor in it, not even 9,000 miles on it.
And at this point, and I hear you, I'm listening to you, I am. So even if it was, say we go back to it being 2,000 miles, your value was at 21, okay? You're saying it's at 10 because you have 97,000 miles. They're offering you 46, which is still higher than the average Blue Book value.
And I don't know if you're reviewing these, but these comps.
I have them all right here, sir. Everything you're looking at, you've already submitted. I have it. I'm looking at them right now.
As
I
an
got it
but
right
I'm
here.
saying the date though, but at that time, and I get it, your car values have gone down significantly since the accident. At that time, that car, if you'll see October 3rd is the date on that. That vehicle at that particular time before they dropped significantly was 10.5. And that, all three of the comps say 10.5. And that's the reason why I submitted those. It wasn't because I just made it up. I understood the value. I have a few cars.
Mhm.
So I understand the value
So
decreases.
then you know, exactly, you know that the minute it gets pulled off the parking lot and you're driving, all your value goes down.
I also understand that if you would have went out and bought that car today, this is the price that you would pay for it. On October the 3rd, that the accident happened on September the 9th. October the 3rd, if you would have went out and bought that very car, it would have cost you 10.5. And if it had 97,000 miles on it, which mine did.
Counsel, do you have any response?
Your Honor, the only response I have to the motor issue is, as you can see from the exhibit I gave to the court from Quality Care Automotive Sales, the engine that Mr. Crane thinks is so great is actually smoking when they start it up. And that's documented in that comp that they sent it to. So, you know, a smoking motor, that's definitely gonna devalue the vehicle. The fact that the Kelly Blue Book says it's $2,149, $4,600 is a gift to Mr. Crane, but he is continuously since last September refused to accept this gift. We're trying to do the right thing. We've made a thorough investigation of this thing. The motor was not what Mr. Crane is letting on that it was, because good motors don't smoke when you start them up.
Can I address the smoking?
Yes, go ahead,
The
Mr.
250,000 mile was smoking. The new motor was not smoking. You don't put a new motor in there just smoking. He's talking about the older motor. The new motor that was replaced in there, I bought a new motor. The new motor costs $5,200.
Okay, what do you mean the old
Yeah, Judge asked it. That doesn't make sense. Did you put a new motor in after the accident? I mean, if that's what he's saying, that's probably the dumbest thing he could have done. Why would you? I think he's confused. I don't think he's understanding what's going on. You put the new motor in before the accident. Otherwise, yeah. I hope everyone else is confused with me right now.
motor was smoking? Wasn't the new motor in the car when you had the accident?
No, no, it was not. It was absolutely not. So what he's talking about.
Am I missing something?
You know, Your Honor, it seems like he's saying that he replaced the motor after the accident. and
That's
now he's trying to
exactly
get
what
that
I
back.
just got.
Your Honor, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they're saying that the car was smoking. It was not. I drove the car to the dealer. I mean, basically for them to repair it. The car was not, the engine was not smoking.
Okay.
So what he's talking about on the receipt is the original motor that was smoking, and it was replaced.
Okay, Mr. Alton, I am so confused at this point. So when you got into the accident,
Yes.
the day of the accident,
Yes, ma'am.
what motor was in there?
The new motor was in there. It was not smoking.
Okay,
It was not smoking.
stop with the smoking. I'm just asking you, what motor was in the vehicle when you got into
97,000
the
miles,
accident?
the
Okay,
97,000 miles.
so when they said that when they started the engine up, when they had possession of the vehicle, it was still the $97,000 motor or 97-mile motor,
Right.
correct?
And it was not
Okay.
smoking.
According to them, they said it was smoking, okay? I'm just saying, but it's that 97-mile motor, okay?
97,000.
So when they gave the car back to you,
It's not
it
smoking.
still had the 97 motor, okay?
And it's not
And
smoking.
according to you, it wasn't smoking.
Still not smoking.
Okay, so what is it that you said was smoking of the 2003?
He said that. I didn't say that. He's talking about the original motor that was replaced was smoking.
How
That's why
would
it
you
was-
know what the,
Yeah. So are you saying that he sent your original motor to a company to get it looked at. Why would he do that? Doesn't make sense, man. Now you're talking in circles. This is why I think this guy's, full of it. He's just trying to get as much money as he can out of the insurance company. They're not going to do it. They hire lawyers to make sure they can give you less as possible, as little as possible. Sorry, pardon my bad English. Words are hard. Yeah, and he's already offered you more money than he should have. And yeah, just take it. Just take it, man.
The original
Because
motor
it-
that was replaced if he
Because it
never
says
even
that on
took
the
the
receipt,
car.
because he says that on the receipt, it says on the receipt that he just called out, says that the motor was smoking. That's why it was needed to be repaired. So he just brought that up as if it was smoking when he picked up the car. It was not.
Well, that's exactly what he's saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying. What he's saying is that the car was smoking when they got, it was not. He's
Okay.
talking about the.
But
motor- he's-
you're saying it is, and he's saying it's not. I can't believe any one more than the other.
Well, the receipt, if you read the receipt, it says the reason why the motor was replaced is because it was smoking. And that was the 250,000 mile motor. That, it was smoking. That's why I brought it in. So I had the motor, I bought a new motor and it was
When
90,
did you buy a new motor?
as a receipt. I don't know the exact date on there,
Give me
but,
a general date.
let me look at it was less than a year, around the year before the accident. And the car was in the garage, so it wasn't driven much at all. That only had 9,000 miles.
Okay.
9,000 miles on the motor.
And
after I bought it.
Mr. Alton, are you planning on keeping the vehicle or are you gonna return it back to?
I am going, I would like to repair the vehicle,
So you're gonna keep it?
but he's talking about the receipt. He just called out what was on the receipt. The motor was not smoking. It is still not.
According to him, it was. So I understand you keep saying it's not smoking. That is your opinion. Okay? That is their opinion. Okay? So they're just opinions. I wasn't there, so I don't know. I'm just going by on the report. It says it was smoking. I hear you for the 100th time. It said it wasn't smoking. I hear you. So I'm just going, I haven't made a decision. I hear that it is not smoking according to you.
Clarify.
Go ahead.
If you look at the receipt, it will say the motor was brought, the 250,000 mile car was brought in because the engine was smoking.
Mhm.
That was the reason for the buying a new motor. They couldn't fix it. So I bought a new motor and that was $5,200.
Okay, but
So-
what you're not understanding is this inspection was done after the accident that you said had the new motor. Is that correct?
He's saying that. I didn't say, the car is not smoking.
I heard you. For the 100th time, I heard you.
I'm
The
just
car
saying
is not smoking.
Hey.
I got it. The car was not
It's
smoking.
still not.
Okay.
I'm just saying, he said that, but that's a false statement. The
Okay.
car, the motor
Okay.
is actually just fine. It's very operable.
All right, move on. Move on. You saying the car was not smoking 100 times does not make it less, does not make a difference. Judge heard your opinion. Move on.
If I had video, I could bring the video to you and show you that I drove it. I actually drove it back from it wasn't smoking. It's still not.
Okay, so have you taken your car to the mechanic to see what it needs to be fixed as of right now?
Yes, basically.
What is it?
It's around $10,000. I took it to Lexus and got the fender repair, basically the wheel, everything that they needed, basically the same gun receipt that they had,
Mhm.
estimate, but mine, which came from Lexus. So,
Gotcha.
it's the same. There is no motor repair necessary.
Okay.
There was just
So it's all cosmetic body.
basically all the stuff that
So your motor's perfectly,
the motor
okay.
is perfect. That's why I'm fighting today, is because you don't buy a new motor, put it in the car, and expect to keep it, and then it turned around and you're having to give it away because they say it's worth less than it costs you to fix. It
Okay.
cost me $5,200.
Anybody else have anything else to say?
Karen, the only other thing is I want to clarify is Mr. Crane just told this court that the value of the vehicle was essentially $10,000, but it's going to cost $10,000 to repair it. That's what he just told this court. That's a total situation when the repair and the value is the same or they're discrepancy. So even his figures suggest that it was a total vehicle because his own words to this court was it's going to take $10,000 to repair that vehicle, according to Lexus. So it's still a total, and we're offering them a fair amount.
if I may say, I gave them the opportunity to fix the car at their shop. I only went and got my estimate after they had me without a car for a year. So the Lexus, because the law says I'm entitled, they can't tell me whether I have the car to repair. I gave them the courtesy of 1 year having the option to fix it at their choice, at the pace that they chose. So the $6,200 at Gun, all I did was took that estimate to Lexus because that's where I wanted my parts to come from. And they gave me basically the same, because the law says I don't have to choose them. But I chose them for the entire year. They gave me their estimate. It was around $6,200 to repair the car. The value for the car, again, was around $10,500 at that particular time, according to the dates, all three of the comps and everything. For the mileage, 9,700 that I had on that car, that was a new motor. That's why it's in there like that. Otherwise, I understand if it's 2,200 or 52,000 miles, 250 miles, 250,000 miles, then I wouldn't have even tried to have it repaired. I would just let it go. But I had a new motor in it.
All right, is everybody done stating whatever they needed to tell me?
Your Honor, we have nothing further.
Mr. Alton?
The loss of use. I've been without a vehicle for a significant amount of time, regardless of the issue. The loss of use for my vehicle was around $150 a day. They're claiming that the car, they gave it to me for a week. That's not true. According to Texas law, a reasonable amount of time to fix the car, they had.
And what law is that?
Mondragon
You're quoting laws, so what law is
Mondragon v.
it?
Austin is Mondragon v. Austin is the case that I'm referring to.
What is it?
It's Mondragon v. Austin is the loss of use case.
Do you happen to have a case number or
I actually
anything?
do have, it's in the documents that I brought it for. This is what my loss of use claim is based on.
And how much are you claiming as a loss of claim?
I don't know if that's loss. I'm sorry. Actually, it's about $155 a day is what it cost me to do a
Where are
rental.
you getting 150 a day?
From the rental place that they sent me to.
So the vehicle,
Yeah, just use the numbers that the insurance guy said at the beginning of the hearing. That a rental car for a week is $1,000. Just use his number because that's what he's saying. You're saying $155 a day. He's saying 1,000 a week. He's already put it on the record, and she didn't question him. Use his numbers. Use his numbers. All right. He's gonna try to spout out this law for the next minute, and then the judge is gonna give us her ruling. So I'm gonna let this video play out. You guys have an awesome rest of the day. Because this is my video for my live last night, the outro will say next clip, and then when you see the next hearing divider I have, I'll play my outro. So don't be confused. This is the only clip in this video. All right, you guys are awesome. I'm out.
that they paid for you to have was 150 a day?
No, they paid the one that they paid for me. It was like $30 a day. But the vehicle that I drive is considered a luxury class, and it was $155 a day. So the Mondragon v. Austin case is regarding loss of use. And I did give her that, but I don't think I gave her the case she asked.
How many days are you claiming?
I've been without a car for almost a year now.
So you're claiming 365 days?
No, well, it's not quite 365. On September 9th, it'll be 365 days I've been that.
Okay, so how many days are you claiming?
Around 300. Around 300 days.
That's $45,000. You've already taken it out of JP court.
I've already actually tried
Okay, that's what I'm saying, Mr. Alton, you're all over the place. Okay, you're claiming for loss of use and you want 150 a day for 300 days. I just asked you if you had any other claims and you said this. So if this is part of your claim right now, because that's gonna take it into a whole nother ballpark. So are you claiming $150 a day for 300 days? Yes or no?
no, not in this court. I am not. I just the repairs for the car.
I'm just saying because by law, then I can't touch this case. I cannot give you a judgment for $45,000 in a JP court. Everybody's gonna look at me like I done lost my mind. Okay, so, and the attorneys all know that the cap is 20,000 here.
Right.
So All right, so we're doing just the loss of the vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, now I'll take the other one to the,
Yeah, you have every right to, yes, sir. All right, so after hearing all the evidence, after seeing the previous value, after seeing what Mr. Alton has presented me, council has presented me all the receipts, all the, all the quotes, and taking into consideration that it does, according to Mr. Alton, have a new motor, and it's with a certain amount of miles on it, and according to his own evidence, he's already put 10,000 miles on it with this new motor, according to the quote that's on here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the judgment for the amount of $4,500, and Mr. Alton gets to keep the vehicle. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May
Everybody
we be
has
excused?
20 Excuse me?
Maybe we'd be excused.
Yes, everybody has 21 days to appeal it if they'd like, but Mr. Alton, you did get your judgment, okay? Now, Constable, you might want to go have a seat and see what all these are to everybody. All right, thank you, guys.
Your Honor, will the clerk issue a judgment?
Yes, she's gonna issue a judgment. It's gonna be mailed to both of y'all. If y'all want it emailed, swing around here to the right and give her your email, and it'll be emailed by the end of day today. Okay?
so, quick,
Yes, sir.
one other question. Will the loss of use be, will I not be able to take that to court?
Oh, sir, you can file whatever case you like. I don't know if you can or not. We have legal aid out there in the hallway, or you can consult an attorney. Call you back, but I don't know the extent. I'm not your attorney, so I can't tell you yes or no. But
The judgment is, if I get judgment, I'm saying that do I lose the loss of use claim is what I'm asking.
not that I'm aware of, but again, I don't take my advice. You'd have to contact an attorney to know the actual, all details, the time frame, all that. They would be able to give you a better advice on that. Okay? And then, did you get that?